Welcome to the Series Sweep podcast, where I'm breaking down each and every single Dodgers series for the 2020 season. You can find this fine channel on the Series Sweep on YouTube. You can find this guy. My name is Eric Eulau. You can find me on Twitter. That is at EEULAU. Please subscribe, rate, review, and smash that like button. Sorry, I had to get at least one of those in while I was doing this season. Real quick reminder, 5 minutes. 5-ish minutes. We know you guys are busy. Maybe you were working today because of the ridiculous 3:08 start time for Game 2. Thank you, East Coast Bias, for that. I'm sure everyone was thrilled to have Astros Rays, both of which who are in the Central and Eastern time zone, playing in the Pacific time zone primetime spot. Awesome. Great work, Rob Manfred. Real proud of you. Officially sponsored by Firestone Chocolate Cherry Stout. It's their new winter seasonal. This is my first one. First time I've ever had it. It is absolutely delicious. Plus, I have a hipster mustache, so you know that I know about beer. Right? It's fail-safe. Dodgers dropped Game 1. It was super depressing. Walker Buehler was wild again. Effectively wild. Only gave up the one. The Dodgers bullpen blew it. Blake Trinan, a preferred reliever of Dave Roberts, giving up 3 earned. Jake McGee came in to put out the fire. He gave up even more. 5-1. It was a disaster. Ozzie Albies took us deep at the very end to push the lead to an insurmountable 4-run spot. Game 2. That was today. The Dodgers at one point were down 7-0. How'd they get there? Because of this play, which ended up being absolutely pivotal. Now, Dodgers fans, here's a name you probably didn't ever want to see ever again, but we saw anyway today because Dave Roberts keeps believing in him. I don't know why. That's Pedro Baez. Got into some trouble. 2 men on. Top of the 5th, Freddie Freeman, who, if you haven't heard on every single time he comes up, because he deserves it, could be the NL MVP. He's from the LA area and grew up an Angels fan. Woohoo! All right, so 1-2 count. This guy absolutely mashes righties. Why Dave Roberts decided to put Pedro Baez in, I don't know, but here's what happened. Oh, good God, it's 4-0. What a disaster. Why did you put Pedro Baez in? He sucks in the playoffs. He sucks. Stop it, Dave. Please help us, Dave. Save us. Sorry about that. But just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. We're down 7-0. Cigar, 3-run bomb to left center. I don't know if Mark Wentz is going to catch this one because he catches all of Ozzie Albies' home runs. Great. All right, so all of a sudden it's 4-8. Seager's doubled in bets. Max Muncy, he takes a 2-run shot. We're cooking. It's 6-8. We're feeling good. You're telling me there's a chance. We lost 7-8. Will Smith gets a walk. Bellinger triples him in. We're 90 feet away. 90 feet. Just 90 feet. 90 feet. A.J. Paul grounds out the third. Great play by Austin Riley, the third baseman, to get the final out. This game, that play, that at-bat by Baez, that ended up being the pivotal play. When you're down 7-0, you didn't think anything about it. You thought, I hate Pedro Baez, but whatever, we're getting crushed in this game. You start thinking about, do we even have Dave Roberts next year? We're going to go down 2-0. This is a disaster. And everything loops back around to that play. So, real quick, let's get back to our keys to the series, that we had before this thing started. Right after the Padres series when everything just seemed hunky-dory and the Dodgers weren't down 2-0 in the NLCS. Without Clayton Kershaw, by the way, who didn't start today because he had back spasms. So Tony Smokes, the official pitcher of the Series Sweep podcast, went out there today. He pitched okay. He didn't pitch great. Keep grinding. Get the walks. Don't strike out too much. Didn't happen in Game 1. Only 2 walks. Max Fried of the Braves absolutely mowed us down. 11 Ks for the Dodgers as a whole. Only 2 walks. A little bit better today. 6 walks, 5 of which were off of Ian Anderson, who we'll get to in a second. Neutralized hitters 5 through 9. By batting average, it looks like we did this. We have not. Ozzie Albies and Austin Riley have killed us. Absolutely killed us. 7 RBI. That's more than half of the team's RBI as a whole, and 5 runs scored, even though the average isn't there. That doesn't work. Salvian Anderson got his pitch count up. He only got through 4 innings, so I guess we did a good job there. 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. We did okay. Still hasn't given up an earned one. 1 hit. Only 1 hit. Don't pitch Jansen. We didn't do that, and we still blew it. So here we go. We're down 2-0. This is it. This is the series. This could be tomorrow. You got to win this game with Julio Urias pitching instead of Clayton Kershaw. And I know there's only 3 teams that have come back in this 7-game format in the NLCS to get back to the World Series. The Dodgers can do this if they can take what they did in the last 3 innings where they scored a bunch of runs, scored 7 runs, got to Mark Melancon, got him to pitch 2 days in a row in a 7-day straight series. The Dodgers can do this, but it's going to have to be a complete departure from the other, 7, 8, 9, let's do some math, 15 innings. There's 15 innings of bad Dodgers baseball that they just need to flush and get out of their system. I understand the Braves have been pitching great. Their ERA before the Dodgers went on their little run was like sub .8, which is just insanity. So there's some regression that's going to happen. The Dodgers can do this. They can do this. But you got to not pitch Pedro Baez. You got to be patient at the plate and crush pitches in the zone. Don't leave it up to the umpire and stop bitching about to the umpire. We're down 2-0. It's time to roll the dice here and there. We will have our day in the sun chit-chatting about Dave Roberts on this podcast. Tonight, we delved in a little bit with the Baez substitution. But if the Dodgers lose this series to the Braves, who give credit to the Braves, this isn't just the Dodgers losing this series. The Braves have done a hell of a job. They're a talented team. They're the Padres, except their manager knows what they're doing. They actually have pitching, and their hitters can mash. Well, the Padres could at least do the hitting part, but they didn't have the pitching. They didn't have their first 2 starters, and the Braves have their 2 best starters this series. Well, they don't have Soroka and Hamels, but that was wild. Anyway, this isn't the Padres. I overlooked the Braves a little bit. I think we all did. This is a really good team. Thank you as always for watching. I am hoping that we get to the Game 7 that apparently, if you go to pitching probables, isn't going to happen. So thanks for the trust there. I guess Dodgers.com, maybe MLB just thinks the Dodgers are going to come back, win 4 straight, and win this thing at 6. So why even post the Game 7 start time or the pitching probables on the pitching probables page? I'm all for it. Go Dodgers. Thank you as always for watching. Drink a cold beer, whatever it is. And I will see you on the other side.